The Mayan culture in Guatemala is rich with fascinating traditions that have been preserved and adapted over centuries. Here are some of the most unbelievable Mayan traditions that still exist today. Fire ceremonies. These are spiritual rituals where offerings are made to the gods through fire. Participants often use candles, incense, and other items to communicate with the divine and seek blessings. Mayan calendar celebrations. The Mayan calendar, particularly the talking 260-day calendar, plays a crucial role in their cultural and spiritual life. The Quiché New Year, for example, is celebrated with distinct ceremonies that mark the beginning of this calendar. Traditional dress. Mayan people in Guatemala often wear traditional clothing that is rich in symbolism and varies by region. Its pattern and color has specific meanings and reflects the wearer's community and status. Mayan cuisine. Traditional Mayan dishes such as tamales and atole are still widely prepared and enjoyed. These foods are often made using ancient recipes and cooking methods. Agricultural practices. The Mayan people continue to use traditional farming techniques like the slash and burn methods and terracing. These methods have been passed down through generations and are still effective today. Language preservation. Over 20 different Mayan languages are spoken in Guatemala today. Efforts to preserve and promote these languages are ongoing, with many communities teaching them to younger generations. These traditions not only highlight the resilience of the Mayan culture, but also offer a unique glimpse into their rich heritage. Agriculture is a vital part of Guatemala's economy and cultural heritage. The main cash crops include coffee, sugar, bananas, and cotton. Coffee is primarily grown on highlands plantations, while bananas are mostly produced along the Atlantic coastal plain. Many Guatemalans rely on subsistence farming, growing crops like corn, beans, rice, and vegetables for their own consumption. In recent years, there has been a significant increase in non-traditional agricultural exports such as lychee, rambutan, melon, papaya, mango, pineapple, broccoli, okra, snow peas, cauliflower, asparagus, garlic, and others. The agricultural sector faces challenges such as climate change, which affects crop yields and food security. The dry corridor, a region particularly vulnerable to drought, has experienced several droughts in recent years, impacting food production and livelihoods. There is a growing focus on sustainable agriculture to combat poverty and ensure long-term growth. This includes practices like organic farming, agroforestry, and the use of renewable resources. Agriculture in Guatemala is not only an economic driver, but also a way of life for many of its people. Mayan fire ceremonies are deeply spiritual rituals that have been practiced for centuries and continue to hold significant cultural importance today. Here are some key aspects of these ceremonies. Purpose and significance. The primary purpose of a Mayan fire ceremony is to honor the gods, seek their blessings, and communicate with the spiritual world. Ceremonies are often performed during important agricultural periods, such as planting and harvest season, to ensure a bountiful yield. Ritual elements. The ceremonies typically involve the use of candles, incense, flowers, and other offerings. These items are placed in the fire as gift to the gods. The smoke from the fire is believed to carry prayers and messages to the heavens. Spiritual leaders. The ceremonies are usually led by a trained Maya daykeeper or spiritual leader. These leaders guide the participant through the ritual, invoking the spirits and offering prayers. Healing and empowerment. Fire ceremonies are also seen as a means of a personal healing and empowerment. They create a sacred space where individuals can connect with the spirit world, seek guidance, and find inner peace. Community involvement. These ceremonies are communal events bringing together members of the community to share in the spiritual experience. The collective participation enhances the sense of unity and shared purpose. Modern adaptation. While the core elements of the fire ceremonies remain rooted in ancient traditions, they have also adapted to contemporary contexts. Today, they are performed not only in traditional settings, but also in cultural and spiritual retreats around the world. About Mayan customs and traditions you can speak endlessly. The Mayan civilization had many customs that might seem strange or unusual to us today. Here are some of the most intriguing ones. Cross-eyed children. Among the elite, it was considered attractive to be cross-eyed. Parents would dangle objects in front of their children's eyes to encourage this trait. Skull shaping. The Mayans practiced cranial deformation, where they would bind the heads of infants to shape their skulls into a more elongated form. This was seen as a mark of beauty and nobility. Bloodletting rituals. Bloodletting was a common practice among the Mayans, especially among the nobility. They believed that offering their blood to the gods would ensure prosperity and favor. This was often done using sharp objects to pierce the tongue, ears, and other body parts. Human sacrifice. Human sacrifice was a significant part of Mayan religious practices. Victims, often prisoners of war, were sacrificed to appease the gods and ensure the continuation of the world. The heart was typically removed in a ritualistic manner. Corn in the grave. When someone died, it was customary to place corn in their grave. The Mayans believed that the deceased would need sustenance for their journey to the afterlife. Naming traditions. Newborns were often named based on significant events that occurred around the time of their birth. These names were usually known only to close family members. These customs highlight the unique and complex nature of Mayan society. Which of these customs do you find the most fascinating? Tell me in the comments below.